All right, so I've got Bobby Chang, my buyer here on the phone. He's in Quantico, Virginia, and what I'm going to show him is how he can pick up a property now, focus on getting it paid off during the rest of his military career, and it would set him up to not just do a 20 years, commitment to the military and have a pension and disability, but also add a whole nother source of income with this paid off property that was mostly paid off by the renters along the way. All right, Bobby, you want to say hi to everybody?
Hey, I just got him called in, and currently he's going to go through how my plan is going to look, and I'm looking forward to hear what his plan is.
All right, so let me know if you're having a hard time hearing me in any part of this. So let's jump in. What is your pre-approval amount that you can go out and buy a property with right now?
So right now, with no BH, my approval amount is at $250,000,
Okay.
and if I do get BH, that goes up to around $450,000 to 500-ish range.
So 250, and then it'll go to 450 to 500. And when would you confidently say that you're definitely going to get BH?
I'd say second enlistment. Once if I do go recruit, let's say I go recruiter,
Right.
then I'll definitely get BH. But I'm not sure other than that.
Okay.
In the Marines, it's a little harder. You either have to be E6 or you have to be lucky enough for there to be no barracks, like spots left, and you're like a senior sergeant, and they'll give you BH.
Yeah, and that's for the guys that are single, right? The married guys, no matter what pay grade, no matter
the
how long
married guys
you've been.
always get BH.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so let's do this workup for 250 if we can find a decent property to do this on. That way it's relevant to what you're going to experience now if you go forward now. Let me recenter my map to Quantico. Right. Okay, so Quantico is over here next to Triangle. Would living in Triangle be acceptable to you?
Yes,
Okay.
that'd be acceptable.
So let's see what we got here. Got a couple at 189. Oh, nope, those are just for land. Oh, let me do home type, house. Oh, there's one for 75, but it's probably, yeah, you'd have to almost rebuild that whole house. So let's go back. All right, so nothing in Triangle. Looks like
So the properties that we're looking for,
there's one in Woodbridge.
are we looking at?
Oh, sorry to interrupt
Are you looking at the? Are you looking at my range right now? Like
yeah,
the 250 range?
the 250 range, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so north in Woodbridge, there's a property that would work. It's 1402 Colchester Road in Woodbridge, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking 150,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Oh, it says
3
list.
bedrooms or
Yeah,
that cheap?
but it says list price is a starting bid only. Home will be sold at an auction at 6/16/2025 at 12 p.m. Oh, I see. It's a teaser price. But the condition of the home, it's not updated. It's definitely got some really like old style tile and stuff. But for the most part, it looks like it would pass the VA inspection. So maybe we should work this up as if you went to this auction and got it for 250. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay. And you don't feel like 250 for a 3-bed to 1.5 bath, 1789 square feet is too much, right? And it's on a little.
No, that sounds pretty reasonable actually.
Okay.
Can you say the address again? Sorry. I'm
Yeah.
gonna search this up.
Yeah, 1402 Colchester Road.
Colchester.
It's Colchester or TER, sorry. But it also is on a cul-de-sac with 0.38 acres, which means that if it's allowed, you might be able to add some more improvements to that property, which would be cool for the longevity of ownership. All right, so let's pretend that we bought this at $250,000, and you're active duty. You have no disability rating, so we do have to pay a funding fee, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to show the audience here that I just go to VA loan funding fee, and I'm going to go to the va.gov website so I can get it from the source. I'm going to say VA fee funding fee rate chart, and this is going to be your first time using this loan, right?
That is correct.
And you're looking to put 0 down?
Maybe like a couple grand, maybe like 10, but 0 would be okay as well.
So 10,000 down would be 4%, which would have the same funding fee as 0.
Same thing. Okay.
If you wanted to save on the funding fee, it'll go from 2.15 to 1.5, so it's a 0.65% change. Let me give you a price on that. If you buy something for $250 times 0.65%, you would be saving $1,625 from that fee if you were to put $12,500 down. Do you want to assume 0% down? And I think most of the audience would be doing 0% down anyway, so this would
let's just assume 0% down.
Okay. All right. So price $250. Let's get our calculator up here. All right, $250,000 times 0.0215. So that's a funding fee of $5,375. They're going to add that to your owed amount if you don't want to pay it out of pocket, which why not? So that makes your owed amount $255,375 for a $250,000 purchase. Boom. And when you're quoted your interest rate, today we just locked somebody else that opened escrow today at 6.25, so I'm going to use that as our percentage. And now we got to think about insurance. I'm going to set it at $100 per month, which is $1,200 per year. So remember, when you do shop for insurance, if you get a better quote, then your payment will be less than what we're talking about today. If you get a worse quote, then it's going to be higher than what we're talking about today. All right, and then I'm going to go to Chat GPT, and I'm going to ask Chat, how much is property tax for a home in, oh, gotta remember that city, Woodbridge, Virginia. Woodbridge, Virginia, per year in a percentage unit. It is searching the web. All right, so it gives us this whole rundown and breakdown, and it ends at 0.992%. So we'll just use 1%. That way we're quoting higher than what we're performing at. So $2,500 per year. So that means that with making that one payment to the mortgage company of $1,880, you'll be paying the principal, the interest, the property taxes, and the insurance per month. $1,880, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that same map, and I'm going to say, here's Woodbridge. I'm going to zoom into that area, and I'm going to change the homes.com filters from for sale to for rent. I'm going to go 3 beds, and I'm going to go 1 bath because there's not a whole lot of a difference between 1 and 1.5. It's just another toilet essentially. So we've got a 3-bed, 1.5 bath, 1,372 square feet in a similar location for $2,100 per month. Yep. Okay, so yeah, I mean, shoot, $2,100 per month. That's actually pretty good. All right, so on this doc, I'm gonna go 250, interest rate 6.25, anticipated increase per year. Okay, so now we've got to go in the past 20 years if the increase in values in Woodbridge were linear, what would that appreciation in value be per year? All right. Rental amount 2,100. Anticipated rent increase per year, so we're gonna have to do that also. Copy. Okay, so they're saying 4.48% per year would be a linear representation of the last 20 years of appreciation in value in Woodbridge, Virginia. And I'm gonna go increase in rental amounts. So I use ChatGPT to do these calculations because it's fast and a lot more accurate than I would say I would be. So they're looking at 6.72% increase per year. So what do you say we just anticipate to raise rents by 6% per year? Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, 30-year term. Property taxes, $1 per year. Got to put that in. We are looking at 2,500. All right, insurance per year, we're gonna say it's 1,200, and enter the values in, got it, column B, 1 through 8, got it, this sheet, calculate numbers, please don't know. I don't know that it did. All right, so the spreadsheet that I was working on didn't work, so we're going to do this manually. Now we're going to come over here. This is Carl's mortgage calculator, and Bobby, you can know that it's in the App Store. Carl with a K, Carl's mortgage calculator. I don't know if I shared that with you last time we spoke. Okay.
I don't believe it, but I'm taking a look at it.
Okay, so what we're going to do here for...
So it's on our website as well?
Yeah, you can go to a website, Carl's Mortgage Calculator. It's drcalculator.com/mortgage.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I'm on.
Yep. All right, so right now I'm on the extra payments here. So because you can rent it out for $2,100 per month and right away, and the mortgage is $1,880, that means that we can make an extra payment of $220 per month starting on month 1, which is not normal for this illustration, but if you could get this one at $250, it seems like it'd be a really good approach. All right, so now we're going to take the rental rate of $2,100 and we're going to increase that by 6% going forward, 1.06. Boom, and then on another calculator, and I'll share this video with you when I'm done. All right, on another calculator, we're going to go 250,000 and increase that by anticipated increase per year is 4.48. 0448. Boom. Okay, so at the end of the first year, we're anticipating that the value is $261,200 and the rent is $2,226. So we're going to use this one and go 2226 minus the 1880 to find out how much our extra payments are going to be for that second year, and we're going to be 346 month 13 to month 24. I'm going to go with this. All right. No. Move that out of the way. Okay. So here I'm going to go with, I'm going to pre-fill all of these here because I can use tab and it makes it easier. 49, 61, 73, 85, 97, 109, 121. And you said that you would be, how much time do you have left in the military?
Currently, I'm around a half, 1.5.
Oh, so you've got 18 years left?
Uh, like currently in the military. Oh no, I have around almost 4, so
Okay.
I'm around like 3.7 ish.
Okay, so 16 years and some change left. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take this to month 192 and end it there. So 155, 167, 179. No, that went off the rails. 121, 133, 155. Oh, should have been 145. That's where I messed up. 157 and 169. And that would be to 180, 181 to 192. All right, and then you'd be out of the Marine Corps and all retired up. So 36, 48, 60, 72. And by the way, I'm trying to make a worksheet that will take this exercise and make it a lot easier than plug and play on this, where I could just put in the requirements of price, interest rate, anticipated increase in value, and rent amount, anticipated increase of rent amount per year, loan term, how many years, 30 years usually, and then property tax per year, insurance per year, and enter the values. So the sheet that I made, here I'll show everybody, this is the sheet that I made, right? It's got all of this stuff and I plugged it in, but it didn't do anything. So got to work on it still. All right, now 168. All right, so now we're ready to just plug and play. So from 1880, we're gonna go increase again. That's gonna be the 2360 minus 1880. 480 is your extra money there. And next, 2500, so that's 500 plus 120, so 620. And next, 1880. Oh, yeah, I'll go minus the 2651. And that's going to be 770 extra per month. Next one is 2810 minus 1880. And that's going to be 930 extra per month. 2978 minus 1880, and that's going to be 1090 extra per month. So you see how this is like applying so much to the owed amount. It's wild. And also it can illustrate that if you don't want to pay the extra to the owed amount, the extra that we're paying to this owed amount is the cash flow of the property, right? You're still on the hook for any increase in cost of insurance and anything that needs to be fixed on the property. So in this exercise, if you were to just say, okay, I'm going to apply all rent collected to the mortgage, and then I'm going to just pay it out of pocket whenever anything comes up, and if anybody is not renting my property, then that's going to be a month where I just make the minimum payment and move forward. Or am I going to take the amount of rent that I am used to collecting and apply that to, out of my own personal economy and apply that to my property because of my goal, right? So it's all, you can personalize it as much as you want moving forward. And also it shows you, if you just keep renting, it's going to be pretty wild on how much you're going to end up having to pay. It's pretty much every time we get a pay raise, the rent catches up. My wife makes a joke saying that it's the elected officials' job to make sure that we're paying every penny that we collect some way, shape, or form, whether it's registration for your car, making insurance have to be mandatory, messing with the gas prices and food prices. Like, her and I go back and forth a lot on that. 25.90. Oh. Wow. This is wild. Okay, one more. 47.47 minus 18.80. And that's 28.67. 5035. Dang it. Oh no. So 5035 minus 1880. Well, if that doesn't knock out the loan, I don't know what would. All right. So now we're going to go back into this. We're all done with our calculators. And oh yeah, by the way, on your property value 16 years from now, we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if the next 16 years goes the same way of property appreciation as the last 20 have gone, then we're looking at a $504,000 valuation on a property that you paid $260,000 or $250,000 for, but ended up having your tenants pay it off for you. And if we go to the annual, brother, it looks like it's paid off in 12 years. So if we go to the 1880 mark and we go times 1.0, what did we say our anticipated rents increase? 6%. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's $37.82. So it's paid off, and now it's going to pay you $37.82 minus property taxes, insurance, and maintenance cost, and the property is paid off. And that's at the 12-year mark. So at that point, you're 16 years in the Marine Corps. It's pretty awesome, right? And now
that's like basically once you get out, and then now you're just kind of pocketing whatever's the rent is.
Right. And then if you do 20 years, let's say that you make at least E7, right? So right now, an E7 that's retiring with 20 years in, their high 3 is around $6,000. It's going to be like 58 or 59 and some change, right? So if I just use 6,000 and I gross that up by 2.5% per year, because that seems to be what Congress usually gets for us on pay raises on base pay. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So in 16 years, we expect that an E7 high 3 will be around $9,000 a month, right? So if we take 9,000 and divide that by 2, your pension from the Marine Corps is going to be $4,500, and then we're going to add the 4 years of increase here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and your property is going to be paying you $47.75 per month. How else can you double your retirement by staying in the military for 20 years? All right, so I'm going to end this video because that's pretty much it, and we're going to talk about Bobby in specific to his wants and needs and circumstances. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next one.